fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now a play fake here on first down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He gets it over the middle of Cobb. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air, Allen, the left side completion to Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Allen again. And will be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Watson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And unable to complete it. A nice job there to knock that football away and save a touchdown. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And taken right on the 30. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Allen to throw it. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And now running right through it. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. His pass caught with the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And he knocks it through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Miller. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watson on third down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
From midfield, here's Allen. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. The 20. He's got his man on the crossing route. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on third, Watson. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Around his goal line. Here's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing again. Allen. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Allen off the play fake. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Milano not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Off of play action, it's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. DJ Reader coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Allen now looks to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Dylan Cole. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Watson, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Trent Murphy, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A shotgun snap for Watson. And an alley to run. He's to the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation. but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Bruce Ellington, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Fighting through. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On play action, Allen completes it to Benjamin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Allen. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Ellington now to return it. There goes a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen, and that'll be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1. Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Randall Cobb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead. Looks good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Griffin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Reset. Dagger.
Faking the give. Now Watson escapes the sack. On the move to his left. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. First down, Watson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Watching that money. Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Allen. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Reset.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Blue ready. Blue ready. Black down and outfield it.
To throw on second is Watson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Watch it now, Barney! Gone! 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 Gone!
On play action, Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Come back! Come back!
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's a give to Miller. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Richmond.
Watson, off play action. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now it's Watson, eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Fuller. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Watson on first down. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Reset.
Out of the gun, Watson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
And maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still, a lot of guys to account for.
That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Leopard! Detroit!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
Richmond.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw, Watson. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, and Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants.
And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let this one go, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56. Hurry up, here we go. 56. Detroit!
From the gun, it's Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Dylan Cole. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Texans on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Miller. Miller with first down and more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Richmond.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, he picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's complete right side to Benjamin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man. Complete. 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Watson now to throw. Out to his left. He's letting this one go for Fuller. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Faking the give. Now Watson. He may try and run for this. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run. It's Miller. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On first down, Allen. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Allen. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney.
Allen to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And some room to maneuver. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So Allen's going to look to throw. They will find Davis on the left side complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. To throw. Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Allen. Steps away to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called